Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
Groovy.
It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
I see dead people.
It's still warm.
He got hungry.
Could have been a skunk.
Could have.
Man wouldn't do that.
This isn't a man.
Hello. Would you like to play a game?
The power of Christ compels me! The power of Christ compels you!
Here's Johnny.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Hey everybody, welcome to Myopia Movies. This week, as you could tell by the horror theme, we decided to go ahead and start our spooky month a little early. We're doing I guess we're going back to Franchise Town and doing two franchises smooshed together in a very silly and mediocre way. We did Freddy versus Jason, a movie which exists in a timeline when both of these franchises should have long retired. Thanks for doing all you do to keep us on the charts. Thanks for listening, and thanks for sharing. Bye, everyone.
And we are the Fred Heads. This week, as we start off our horror movie month, we are talking about Freddy versus Jason, one we said we would do, and we're doing it. So,
Myopia, defend the first movie you saw when you were in college. That's me.
Okay, so what was the first movie? You saw this, and you've said this story on the podcast before. You brought some friends from the dorm, right?
Yeah, it was like before class even started in 2003.
This is 2003. This is the first time you'd seen it, right?
I don't remember. I could have seen it before.
Yeah, this is one that I think I saw at one point.
It's not the most memorable movie.
No, it's complete. It's like, honestly, I like both of these franchises. I like the Friday movies more, but like,
you mean you like you don't like my movies, bitch?
I would say the first one is a movie. The second two are like fun. The rest of those movies are utter garbage.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I might actually feel the opposite. Like, I know I've seen some of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I've seen some of the Jason movies, and what
you remember Freddy more?
What?
I said I like the Friday movies better. The Jason movies.
I think I like Freddy more.
Okay.
But what this movie told me is I really liked this movie, and I'm stupid.
Yes.
Like, I'm stupid, and I like stupid horror movies.
No.
You are not stupid.
No.
I'm stupid for liking stupid horror movies.
I like dumb
you are
horror
awesome
movies
for liking
more
stupid
of all.
horror movies.
No, and again, like, that's why I like the Jason movies, because they're just like, where's the corkscrew? There's my boobies, and then stabbing. Like,
this is on the same level as Bride of Chucky. Like, whatever, like, fine line of horror, gore, humor, like, this is there.
Yeah, and we can all agree, I think, that that's why we don't like modern horror, which is too gritty and like
dark and
like,
serious.
But it's like the grim dark, like real horror, like near horror shit.
No, this is
of
so
course
fake.
You should still go see.
So stupid.
Of course, you guys should see Primitive War. At this point, it won't be in theaters anymore.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Oh, the first night it was playing in Atlanta. It's awesome.
Well, and I like what's that one? Predators, the one where it's like Native Americans fighting predators. Prey. That's good. Like, I do like that stuff, but if I'm gonna have people over on a Hallows Eve,
no, this is what you want.
Stupid City,
yeah.
like again, like it's the old Pablo Francisco, like.
But
hello,
what?
Is anyone here? I'm gonna get naked and take a shower. Like,
if you're here, just wait until I'm done. I don't know. I feel like the older Freddy movies weren't this dumb. They were really scarier.
I mean, the one that's called the Dream Warriors, where they're in like the asylum and someone gets shoved through a TV and he goes, "It's prime time, bitch!" Like, that's stupid. But like, this one is like literally just. See, they call it Freddy versus Jason. This is a Freddy Krueger movie where Jason is the heavy, and like, I mean, and again, like Matt alluded to in that link he sent to us. When Jason goes to hell and the end of it is like literally Freddy's clawed hand pulls him down, all of a sudden the internet orgasmed with like fan scripts.
Before they even had DSL, the internet blew up.
Like, and it's all ASCII art and it's all nonsense. And here's the thing.
I think these are actual scripts they submitted to the studios didn't want.
Yes, but you could right now write a script about nonsense and mail it to a studio. Like, I mean, I don't
Have
mean
you done that before?
No, not yet. Peter Jackson allegedly wrote a script and didn't like what it.
He wrote several horror movie scripts because Meet the Feebles is a horror movie.
Did this movie inspire you, Matt?
I was already on the dark side of the force then.
Do you have
There he is shoving his invisible glasses up his nose like, "Dear New Line Cinema, I have an idea for..." But what if Freddy met the Smurfs? So here it is, a Warhammer 20K script. And the bad guy is called Grendel. And here's how it's going to fit.
Stop making fun of my book, Nick. The book Nick is making fun of is called Battle for the Wastelands, A Dark Tower meets Game of Thrones.
And it's, well, yes, but it was before Game of Thrones was a thing.
No, the books were out. That's my comparison because it's dark.
Are there dragons?
No.
Is there incest?
No.
Is it 700 pages long?
No. It's tone.
So it's like Roald Dahl version of the story.
Keiko, you've read them. You can talk about how.
I haven't read them.
I've read them all.
My husband read them.
Oh, did he like them?
Yeah, he liked them.
Oh, good.
I have nothing bad to say about Matt's writing. Other than Matt wrote it. Boom! I'm kidding. Nah, I've known Matt longer than I've owned this table. I've owned Matt, what? I've known Matt.
Nick, do you know what you're saying?
I've known Matt for what, 25 years?
Oh, that's not what you said.
I've known Matt longer than I've owned this table.
No, you said you've owned.
I've owned Matt.
You've owned Matt for over 20 years.
12 years in Nick's basement. It has been 12 years in Nick's basement.
I'll cheers to it.
I don't own Keiko.
He's making bids.
She's got me by the balls. I'm in debt. I don't know what to tell you.
So you don't want a harem? Is that it?
I've got all the hair you need, baby. So Freddy versus Jason.
So
and I will just say one thing. Okay, so off the bat, Jason Voorhees movies has a lot of nudity. Friday movies do. Freddy Krueger does not need to be within 100 yards of nudity. Like, with that weird tongue, like, I don't need to see a nipple anywhere near that weird tongue of his. And scene. How are you? I don't know. Like, I will say the biggest problem with this movie is that these genres, everyone's like, oh, there's three basic slashers from the 80s. There's Michael Myers from the Halloween movies. There's Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare movies. And there's Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th movies. But they are distinct, right? Like, Jason Voorhees is a vengeance machine based on the fact that there's a camp, based on the fact that they're outdoors, based on the fact that he is a linebacker with a machete. Freddy Krueger is in your dreams, and it's a bunch of quips and a bunch of nonsense, and it's a bunch of whatever. And Michael Myers is essentially a zombie, but he's very quiet.
Is he the one with the chainsaw? No, he has a knife.
He has a knife. Like Jason and Michael Myers are very much the same.
Yeah.
Like, if you brought a Puritan back to life and you could convince them to stop being terrified of the TV, they would understand those movies. Why? You get drunk, you have sex premaritally, you get nude, you deserve to die, right? Like they're morality tales. They're
I always
purity
get bothered by how when girls run at full speed through the forest, them walking, they always catch them.
Yeah, I know. But it's always like, look how great these tits are. Like, oh my God, we're going to get drunk and we're going to get laid. And like, oh my God, it's so much fun.
They even make fun of that in Jason in Space. You want to smoke some weed? You want to drink some beer?
So that's what I was going to say is,
you want to have some premarital sex? We love premarital sex.
Before we started filming, we were talking about, these alternate scripts. And I was like, didn't they already have one in space? Like, where do you go after that?
You can tell
underground?
We can tell a franchise has gone bad when it goes into space. Hellraiser 4, Leprechaun 4, Jason X.
Well, but I will just go out on a ledge here and just say that's the greatest fan film that's ever been made, right? Like, it's a script that had no purpose. They had who was it? They had a famous director as the scientist who sent him into space. And it's Stupid City. And then they're like, but what if on the holodeck he went back to Crystal Lake? I don't know. At that point, it's satire on top of satire.
Yeah.
And I think it's brilliant. And here's the thing, maybe it's just in my head a palate cleanser, but in the Marvel movies, they're the sexiest people that have ever existed. They don't have sex. And so, for me, these stupid movies that are just we're gonna go out in the woods and bang a little bit. I'm just yeah, that's how people are. It's just a basic human interaction.
Well, this is a time capsule, too,
Right.
of that small time period.
Yeah,
I agree with you until the new metal kicks in. It
Yeah,
was just
yeah, because I remember
For me, that was for me, because I actually looked up the soundtrack because I heard a song and I was like, oh wait, I'm triggered. And it's all
because you, I guess, lost your virginity to Nickelback or whatever.
What?
And then you got ball with the ball to bang.
I don't think so, actually. But for as far as you know what it is. That's when I stopped listening to music. Right? That's
right. We peaked with Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, that was my musical peak. Was the Slipknot and the Kill Switch Engage and this, basically this entire soundtrack and the soundtrack for Underworld.
Well, I just remember they make a bunch of jokes about Everclear. So that reminded me a lot of college.
Oh yeah, Everclear.
Dude, Everclear.
Stone Sour is on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Everclear the drink, not the band.
Everclear, the paint, the paint remover.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. So for those of you who, at one point, ever decided to not drink, Everclear
was probably involved in that decision.
Everclear is 190 proof. Woo dog. So I went to school at Miami of Ohio. Ohetians banned the shit, but we could just drive across the border to Indiana and buy it.
Yeah.
Mike Pence's Indiana allowed it.
I don't know what it was like for Everclear in Alabama, but I was fortunate/unfortunate enough to be at the peak of the Four Loko rise and fall.
Is that a drink?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Matt. Oh, my sweet summer child. So Four Loko was a tall boy can. I believe it was a 24-ounce drink.
They were huge.
Yeah, and it had a bottle of wine's worth of alcohol and a Red Bull's worth of caffeine, if I recall correctly.
I think people died, and so they had
They took out a bunch.
They had to change the formula, and I had it that was my college drink when it was the original formula for Loko.
And for those of you who have not seen Keiko, and again, lovely woman, but just understand, picture her, no thinner.
Picture me.
No thinner. No thinner. No,
Perfect.
that's where you are.
Perfect butt.
Amazing. But just understand that she's a very waifish character, as opposed to me, who's not.
I would have one Four Loko. That would be my...
And I've never drank the shit.
My drink.
And I have embarrassed myself on the podcast before about drinks, including Jello shot parties where I was very interested in people in corsets. But I think the last time I told a story about drinking, we were in Ohio, which exists where Cold still does. and we played beer pong with hot cider. Now, when I made hot cider, I will say it was apple juice, as one would, a bottle of what is it? De Crepa's triple sec, like the very cheap triple sec. Yeah, and a bottle of vodka in a crock pot. And we played with that.
This is blowing my mind because this is like hot hunch punch. Did you guys have hunch punch?
We did.
Like here in Georgia? Because we had it in Alabama.
We had it in Ohio.
Yeah, I never really drank, but I do remember. I remember a party where people were throwing fruit in a tub of booze
in like a trash bag.
Yeah, so we had a
I used to love that.
The head of the fencing team, which is exactly how nerdy I am. Had a giant clear, it was like a plastic,
like a drum
bin.
Yeah,
no, it was a plastic. No, drum is cute. I'm talking about like the kind of thing you would get to pack your clothes
like a storage
into.
bin.
Yes, and it was just translucent, and it was just ice and vodka and Kool-Aid powder.
Yeah,
and like fruit from a can.
Yeah,
and it was that. And then, sometimes you puke in the bushes, and sometimes the cops show up, and you run through backyards and then end up at McDonald's and eat.
Yeah, I think I told you guys the time that I lived with a roommate, and we had a party. We were hosting a party, and we made hunch punch.
Sure.
And I was the taste tester, and I taste tested the hunch punch, and I got absolutely trash and went to my room and fell asleep, and I missed the whole party. Because I had just sampled it and it was perfect.
No, college parties, man. And we have one here in the cornfield. So we're not talking nonsense. But there are college parties that I went to that if a serial killer showed up, I'd just be dead. Because I'd be man, this keg is slow. And you're just like,
it would be
which ends up happening in this movie.
It would be exactly like this movie. This movie, Freddy vs. Jason.
The difference is I'm built like Freddy Krueger. No, I'm built like Jason Voorhees. Fuck, I'm 6'5" and pounds, and so I would just be.
Have we introduced ourselves yet?
No, we haven't.
Hi, I'm Steve from accounting. No. Hello. I am
This is Jason Voorhees.
No, hi, I'm Nick Hoffman, your Riffer on Cineprob, professor of antiquities, and I will get the Holy Grail. And on panel we have
Keiko, whose musical taste peaked in high school.
Author Matthew W. Quinn, this is the first time I've probably seen this movie since I saw it in theaters. 23 years ago.
Who'd you see it with? You remember this shit?
I can't even remember their names at this point.
I don't remember, seeing the movie in theaters, but I do remember when I saw Freddy's back when Freddy murdered. No, Freddy got his group back. When Freddy murdered somebody and he flayed their back.
Oh sure.
And it said Freddy's back. I remember that was a movie poster.
Yes, it was.
Freddy's back, but it was scraped into someone's back.
Freddy got back. They're like big bitches I cannot lie.
Continue.
Jason Voorhees can't deny. Bitch.
That when a girl falls asleep.
No.
The girl falls asleep, it says meep. Like Beaker.
No. No.
You're
anyway.
Don't harsh our mellow, Nick.
So,
Matt, if your mellow is talking about girls getting raped, I'm gonna stop you there.
No, it's Freddy Krueger.
You're
When a girl...
Dream a little dream of me.
Matt, give us a synopsis of this movie, please.
Okay, it's after it's after Jason goes to hell the final Friday and Freddy's dead the final nightmare. And they're in hell, and somehow Freddy can't come back from the dead to torture people anymore.
Well, because nobody remembers him. They have set it up so that the town has
set it up. The last movie was so bad.
Yeah. They all forgot about it.
They've turned it into I call it the Peyton Place Gestapo, where they've put all the teen survivors the last time Freddy came by in a mental hospital and drugged them constantly, and they've cut out all the all the references to Freddy and his victims from the newspapers and all this other police state stuff. And so Freddy can't come back. So he decides he's going to raise Jason from the dead in New Jersey. And he's going to somehow walk from New Jersey to Ohio.
Yep.
Which
they didn't show any of. And I was very curious about that process.
Ding, ding, ding with the trolley. Ring, ring, ring with the bells. Would you like another musical? Cash for the merchandise, cash for the button hooks, cash for the hogshead, Denny Johns. I can keep going.
I was trying to think of you remember of that.
I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again.
Yeah, this is after 9/11, so it's not like you could get on a plane easily.
I'm a rocket man. Rocket Man, burning up my fuel up here alone.
No, that's Jason in space.
All right.
So Jason is going to start killing the kids in
working at the car wash.
and
working at the car wash. Yeah.
Do sweet cherry pie.
Shut up, bitch! You're taking my lines.
Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba.
Not Sweet Caroline. Sweet cherry pie.
And
wait 1 second.
And so Jason is going to kill kids in Elm Street, and they'll start remembering Freddy. And for a 4-year-long Soviet psychiatric gulag cover-up, it goes to pieces pretty quick.
She's real fine, my 409, my 409. Red Solo Cup. I'm sorry.
Now we're talking. This was that era.
Also known as the middle seat, the Cornfield Massacre. Red Solo Cup, I cut you up. Let's have a party, bitch.
I'm gonna stick a boot in your ass, Bin Laden. Like, it's just this movie.
Okay,
sitting on sponge cake, letting the dogs bake. Wasted away again in Mario. Looking for my lost shares out.
I had to explain to the kids who Jimmy Buffett was by bringing up Jurassic World. He's the one double fisting the margaritas.
Do you like pina coladas? Dude, my voice is gonna be dead.
You're not reading at mass, are you?
No, Candace is this week. No, we're good.
You're gonna wake up with a sore throat.
Do it in Freddy voice. You probably get excommunicated.
A reading from the books of Corinthians. Said Jesus, I love you like a fat kid loves cake. There.
Is that in Corinthians?
I think so.
Oh,
it's been a while.
Woo! All right, so where are we?
With the ball
Heck.
Shut up, bitch.
It's the new metal soundtrack. I can't help it.
Yeah, that's basically all it is.
So of course,
you saw me.
Yeah, so I don't know so Jason kills a woman who's
but she knows my thoughts.
Yeah, Jason kills a woman who's skinny dipping as one does.
Which she showed her boobies at the very beginning of this movie. And I thought there were going to be a lot more boobies than there were, but those were the only real
Well, it's because
boobies.
the second you see Freddy's tongue, you're like, that guy shouldn't be allowed near boobies. Like, I mean, he'd be great at Congolingus, but like, you can't. It's like everything is scarred, and you're just like, oh, the first thing we see when we see Freddy is a child singing. We're like, you can't let him near boobies.
That's true.
No, it's like, and again, that's the biggest problem here. Like, if it was like Michael Myers versus Freddy, or Michael Myers versus Jason, or The Shape versus Jason, you could have boobies for days, son. I mean, and again, Keiko's into this. We get it. But like, because the whole thing is about the sexual repression. Like, it's about like, you can't do these things. Even the beginning of the first Halloween movie, which to me is, of all of them, the masterpiece. It's his sister. She's hooking up with a dude. And then like little Mikey Myers comes in and her titties are still out. And that's when he stabs her. Yeah. Like it's about morality. It's a Puritan morality play. It's a very, this is what you are, America. You're about regulating sexuality. But Freddy Krueger's just not that. There isn't nudity in a Freddy Krueger movie because he touches kids. Yeah. Like, it's weird. And I will say, one of the greatest horror scenes in cinema is when he kills Johnny Depp. And we get that upside down shot where the blood just pools on the ceiling after he's watching the Miss America pageant. It's incredible.
Have you heard the epic rap battles of history, Wolverine versus Freddy Krueger?
I have.
Is that the line where he's like, "You got a healing factor? I got killed bitches in the ceiling factor." Yeah. Is that what they're referring to?
Yeah. And again, like that first Friday the 13th movie, that first Halloween movie, and that first Nightmare on Elm Street movie are all masterpieces. But they all get silly. And frankly, if I'm going to pick silly, I'm going to pick Jason Voorhees, because that silly is a very different silly. And we've done more of those movies for a reason.
Yeah, it's funny because I disagree. I think Freddy's fun.
She likes my sense of humor, bitch.
To be fair, though, the last time we did this together, where you and I were watching the movie together, was The Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
And that might have been the most fun we've ever had. I mean, I have in my... you guys can't see the basement unless you're at the NSA, but we have a horseshoe of leather couches. And we watch movies together, and that's the most fun I have, frankly. And I love this part, but that part is also fun.
Yeah.
And watching The Bride of Chucky together with Keiko on one couch, me on the other, and just a couple tall boys and just hanging out, that was fun as shit.
Yeah, that was good.
And I wish we had done that with this movie.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Like, this is a watch together, watch with your friends.
And I had fun watching it with my wife, but she's just not on the podcast, so we can't share those jokes in the same way. So I'd wish I'd watched it with you.
I feel the love.
I feel the love too. And again, like, Mr. Quinn here is one of my oldest movies buddies. But for him, this was probably too grounded. We needed more sci-fi. Anywho's Louise. I mean, to say this movie has a plot is a lot.
It does, though, and Matt actually defended that in our group chat about it.
He did.
Because, like, I mean, I said I think he's giving it a lot more credit than it really deserves as far as developing a backstory, but he had a very valid point.
Yeah, Matt, you want to share that?
Yeah, there's in one point, and I think there's a scene where Freddy gets into Jason's dreams, and you see this like sunken shed out in a swamp. I was thinking, so that's where Jason was living from when he quote unquote drowned until the events the second movie when he shows up and starts killing people.
Yeah.
He was living in this shack in the woods for 10 plus years.
Well, and, you know, again, we get Freddy Krueger and the creepy child also doing the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, which in my mind is, how do I even put this? Like, so many of these horror characters suck, but like I like the problem is you want to make a mythology for them, right? Because you want them to have a story, but too many of them care too much. That's why I like how, as mentioned before, previous episode, Michael Myers just kills his sister because her titties are out, I guess. And like Freddy Krueger is... originally he's just like killing kids. In the remake he's like assaulting kids, which is a lot, but it's also 2000, so it has to be extreme.
Well, in Freddy's Dead, they have this whole I think they should do some of his backstory earlier with the whole thing with his mom being the nun.
Yeah, but in the new reboot that came out about 10 years ago, he's literally raping children.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, so I'm not making shit up.
I was just talking about how in Freddy's Dead they introduce his daughter and the whole backstory with all the people in the town.
He has a daughter?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
is she a murderer?
Well, he wants to make her one, and she kills him, and he's like, "Kids these days."
I mean, like, the problem is, well, and actually, have you seen the original Scream?
Yeah,
that's a masterpiece.
I mean, I don't remember a lot of stuff though.
We should watch it,
but
and we don't have to do an episode. We should just watch it. The third one, Jay and Silent Bob show up.
Oh, speaking of Jay, he's actually there's a guy who's obviously Jay in this movie, and I think Jay even went on a rant about how he was ripping him off.
And I will go ahead and say you can go fuck yourself by making one of the main characters named Laurie. When Laurie Strode is the main character of the Halloween movies, that just fucking sucks. Because you know what? If you say Laurie, and then this is one of my rules, man. Don't reference a better movie in your movie because I'd rather just watch any Halloween movie than this. And again, I agree with what Keiko's original assessment was. This is a stupid horror movie, so it's fine. Yes, it is a stupid horror movie, so it's fine. But I'd rather watch the gorgeous Jamie Lee Curtis doing a great job in Halloween 1 or 2, man. Like, so don't call her Laurie like Laurie Strode.
I don't know. For me, being taken back to that specific time era of this movie has more value than the old Halloween movies. Like, this movie is...
I'd throw my drink at you, but it's classic.
Sillier. Yeah, that would hurt. This movie is silly, and it's nostalgic, and it has Kelly Rowland.
So,
she's hilarious.
Before we get into that, because I agree with you, this is the one you've put on at a Halloween party. The ones I'm talking about, we watch on Halloween, but for serious. You know what I mean?
And I don't know that I share that same feeling of wanting to watch a horror movie for serious, and I think that's where I'm coming from, because I think there's something that I feel is missing from those movies, like not that they're boring, but that there's something that I'm like,
No, it's a mindset difference, because I will agree with you. Maybe 75% of the time, I'd rather watch stupid and fun.
Yeah.
And that's what this is, and that's what most of the Friday the 13th, and that's why it's my favorite series. It's not the titties, which are, I mean,
fine.
Good. They're I mean, solid titties. But it's also it's very much like, oh, those titties are, oh, she's gonna die. It's very, it's very much
it's like that Santa movie.
Well, it takes.
Dude.
Well, it takes a while for.
Jingle all the way. No.
Yeah. No, not that one.
Well, it takes a while for one of the girls who gets naked to die. The one in the beginning who sleeps with a jerky boyfriend, she doesn't die until the rave.
And
that's
I will
like
say,
30 minutes later.
I will say this is also the cusp of, how do I put it nicely? Natural titties versus fake titties. Because nowadays those movies are filled with models.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the fact that these are just people who are in a shitty movie. And it's not to denigrate a nude woman or not, but these look like people I could run into on the street with my car. But also, modern movie, it's very much like, oh my God, I have to do a chlorella. I call my daughter Maybelline because she looks so cute. It's very much, nowadays these movies are very polished.
Yeah.
And back in the 80s and early 90s, when I don't know, Limp Bizkit is playing, at least there's something natural about these people.
Yeah. I mean, but that goes for all movies.
Because even the hot dude is kind of just oh, maybe next week he could be on Beverly Hills 90210 or Dawson's Creek. He's not Brad Pitt. He's not a model. He's just a dude. You know what I mean?
It's Jason Ritter.
It is very much Jason Ritter, and I like Jason Ritter. I have nothing bad to say, but he's not he's not a meme.
Yeah. No, I see that.
And it's same with the ladies. they're sexy lady types, but they're not models. Like, and that makes it better to me because again, it's a slasher. We don't need Tyra Banks for exactly people our age.
Just get Kelly Rowland.
And who is Kelly Rowland? You keep saying her name.
Oh, she's from Destiny's Child. She's Kia in the movie.
Yeah, and she's kind of like the sassy black best friend character.
Yeah,
and Freddy Krueger acknowledges her very comfortably by saying, "How sweet, dark meat." And all of us, I hit pause and I said, "Hey, wife," who was half asleep, isn't this racially?
Yeah, this is not okay.
And then she proceeds to have a 5-minute long monologue about how Freddy has a small dick.
Yeah.
And Jason's is much bigger.
Yeah.
And and that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good scene. But was she trying to distract him at that point?
Yeah, because I think he'd gotten Lori and Will cornered somewhere, and she lures him off by just trash talking him.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
Unfortunately, she's
a little dream of me.
And unfortunately, she's backing into Jason.
Right.
Who
cuts her head off.
I think there is so much like sending people flying 50 feet in this movie.
Right.
I mean,
this becomes a Mortal Kombat movie, like truly,
or like cutting someone in half with a single machete whack. I mean, anybody want to?
Yeah, I mean, and there's even
for our Patreon, we should get a ham and get a machete and see how long it takes to cut through it.
There's the one guy who is the mean boyfriend who is in a fold-up bed.
Oh, dude,
and gets stabbed by Jason, but then gets.
Well, first of all, we should talk about this scene for an hour because like we've all had awkward relationships before.
I thought you were gonna say we've all like been stuck in a fold-up bed before.
I mean, Keiko looked at me like she doesn't understand what a bad relationship is, so I will describe bad relationships. But like, just for a minute, the guy was like, apparently post-coitus, and we see this girl and we see her from the top down like it's a porno director who doesn't understand how boobies work in the shower. But like, we understand that he rails her, and then they're in bed and he goes, "Don't touch me." Like, it's very much like he does not even he wants to cuddle. He does not want to cuddle. It's very much like he doesn't want to even look at him. Like, it's weird. It's weird. But like, she goes into the like shower to shower off, which, by the way, if you ever like get laid and the first thing the person does is like, "I have to shower you off of me," that's rough. That's a rough go. And I'm not going to look at anyone around this table and say like that's happened before, but like, no, man, like you've got to wallow in that stank for at least a little bit.
Yeah, they clearly have like a very
awful,
terrible, like a really bad dynamic, and that comes back later.
I mean,
it does.
I mean, when either Lori or Kia is telling Gib, what do you see in him? He's like, "Well, I don't know either, but he has a nice
cute
ass."
butt. Yeah.
He also then therefore has a small penis because she can't, like, at least she could say like he's got a thick log. But
I guess that's true.
Like, she could say anything. She could say, but he goes, "At least he has a nice butt." Like, no, you can at least say, "I have an orgasm each." No, because, and again, this is an R-rated movie.
Well,
she could say whatever. We've already seen some titties.
That character, I feel like, was being set up to be a lesbian. I was surprised that she...
I was too.
I mean, she had her hat on backwards, and...
She was about to tell it how it is. She was
right.
going to sit in a chair.
She was wearing horizontal stripes, and she had her hat on backwards.
Well, if only bisexual lighting had existed in 1980.
Oh, like, that's true.
But no, I got the same feeling that she was only with him for reasons and did not care. Yeah. Because, like, literally she goes in the shower and it's like, "I have to get this penis up."
Because she's gay. She doesn't know it yet.
She wants to be with someone else. Yeah.
And
then
also...
she comes back and the dude is folded in half.
He also manages to hold on to the beer. He has a beer in his hand. and he holds on to it the whole time he's being attacked. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but
I did. And I will say, if only, well, first of all, once Clinton entered office, these movies shouldn't exist. Because, like, to me, these things smell of the 80s. You know what I mean? And this one with new metal feels awkward because of it.
yeah.
But if this movie was made today, it would be like, we did the first Terminator movie, previous episode. It's when the girl's getting nailed and she's on, like, listening with the headphones on.
Yeah.
That's what it would be. The person would just be on their phone the whole time.
You know what's weird, and this is an interesting point you bring up, but I don't.
Thank you.
You're so smart. I don't.
I need to hear that all the time. Like, just let it flow.
I don't think that they can do teen movies like this anymore.
No.
It's not appropriate. And that was probably like the last time period where it was even appropriate to show teenagers doing this kind of stuff that we all know that teenagers do.
No,
but it's not portrayed in movies anymore.
Well, I mean, like, I will say a few things. First of all, teens are having less sex than before, which is a shame. No, it's not because I'm involved. It's just, no. It's just like the fact of the matter is they're on their phones instead of paying attention to people. Like, and it's a shame that when you're with people and you're on your phones, Matt, instead of paying attention to people who are on their not on their phones, Matt. And Nora's going to leave this in because we're making fun of you being on your phone. But also, the fact of the matter is people who are on their phones.
You're having a whole
YouTube,
conversation about teen sex and movies. I am paying attention.
Good for you. But the whole fact of the matter is when people are on their phones and interacting that way, they're just not making those intimate relationships. And because of that, teens having sex in high school is down, which is not necessarily a bad thing if you're a parent, but it just means that they're not actually interacting with people. And that's
so cell phone stopped what Jason Voorhees couldn't? The kids aren't banging anymore?
The kids aren't all right, man. The kids aren't all right.
So they all run out of the house and run to the cops who know that something's up but are trying.
Well, and the old cop, one of the cops
I need an old
like
cop and a young cop. One of these days we're gonna do an episode of this show where one of the members, maybe me, the host, doesn't know the movie we're riffing. And I just have to go as we go. The three other people have watched the movie, and I'm gonna be
I've only ever done that one time, and I think I made it through without anybody knowing.
Which movie?
I don't remember. but
you're the greatest.
I know one time I didn't watch the movie. I just like read some synopses, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
No, I don't even want to read the synopses. I just want the three of you to watch a movie. And then
Nick, there's an old cop and a young cop.
There's a young cop and an old cop.
And that's actually what's going on in here because there's a young cop who doesn't know the code of silence the town has going.
And there's one cop that's like, it's kind of weird that this is the same house and in the bedroom that something.
And the guy just goes, shh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same house on Elm Street. I don't know, man. And so they're kind of putting the pieces together that it's Freddy, but they've intentionally made the town forget about Freddy because the fear of him is what gives him his power.
Right.
But Jason allows him to infiltrate some dreams, and he gets into one of the girls' dreams when she falls asleep at the police station, and he tells her his name, like she recalls his name. And
tell me your name, bitch.
That's when it all starts to let loose. And the kids are actually pretty smart, and they realize that he died by fire, and that Jason died by water, and maybe they can somehow use the way they died against them.
Yeah, this movie, I was talking to them on the Facey book that how often do the horny teens in a slasher movie kidnap one of the killers and take him on a cross-country road trip? sedated in the back of a Scooby van.
It's a very strange scene.
No, and
But we'll
that's
get
cool.
to that later, but that happens in this movie.
Well, I mean, I feel like we could probably go there now.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff that happens before that.
What's important?
Yeah.
Well, they break out of a couple of kids break out of the mental institution.
Oh, right. They're the kids in the mental institution.
You got to help
Which
me
they
here,
end up
'cause
having
this
to-
movie is a sloppy mess.
And they end up having later, which
watch
they
it.
later have to break back into.
First of all, I watched it.
I'm just kidding.
But it ends up in my mind like trying to deconstruct a casserole.
Well, and that's what I feel like Matt is like coming up with these complex background theories. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're figuring out a movie which involved 3 drunks writing a script on PCP, and they're like, what if Jason, but also Freddy, and also titties, equals
how can we
movie?
work that
Question
together?
mark?
Yeah. So, yeah, and meanwhile, Freddy. Meanwhile, okay. There's a scene where they have a cornfield rave. This is after
fun.
These people have broken out of the mental institution. The local cops have not gone full Patriot Act Gestapo yet because they can't catch them.
Yeah.
And then Jason shows up at the rave, and some kids set him on fire with Everclear. So we have Jason burning through a cornfield with a flaming machete, just killing everybody.
Yep.
Which is very Freddy-like, because that's, Freddy dies in fire.
One is relatable because we've all had burning in our cornfield, but also,
oh my, oh my!
Keiko immediately avoided eye contact.
Is
after
that
the
figurative or?
Burning in my cornfield.
Okay, now you sound like a country singer. Fred, like Bubba Bo Bob Brain.
Born in the cornfield. I got nothing else. Not of jokes.
Yeah, basically the gist is
boys.
that Freddy now start getting mad that Jason is killing the kids he wants to kill. Setting up Freddy versus Jason.
I will say just for a second, Mr. Quinn has been my setup man for a long time. He looked at me like I had a joke, and yet the joke was dry, and so I had no jokes to give. But I appreciate him.
There were no jokes in Nickville. For the mighty Nickville had struck
my last
out.
6 jokes had struck out.
Well, they have to all be in song right now, so.
Is this the musical episode?
Down to Joke Town.
Party in the USA.
Freddie went down to Georgia. He was looking for a bitch to steal.
There you go. Hey, I've passed on my mantle.
And what crossover with the Deliverance? Have the hillbillies come after him?
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry.
And so for at one point they've broken back into the mental institution to steal the drugs that keep them from dreaming, which they could have just been distributing to all the townspeople and not had like half the town's teenagers
I thought
locked
that
up.
scene was also really funny when they Google the medication and it's like Hypnosil, and it says in big giant letters at the top that it prevents dreams, and they're like, but what is this medication for?
And
it says here it prevents dreams.
No one has breathed through their mouth as much until the Twilight movies.
And and they break
true.
into the mental institution to get the Hypnosil, and the guy who looks exactly like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob gets really stoned, which facilitates him
And he falls
getting possessed
asleep.
by Freddy.
Yeah.
And I will just go ahead and add here, this is where the movie to me feels the most.
It's very disjointed.
Because if you're a Freddy fan, you know what Hypnosil is. If you're a Jason fan, you know what that is. So why explain it? And by the way, no Grampy is going to show up and be like, well, mother, that Freddy versus Jason movie is an interesting title. The people who are going to see this stupid shit
are
people who know Freddy and Jason.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain any of this shit.
Yeah. Well, and this is also, it's weird because so then they find a bunch of people in the bottom of the mental institution.
Oh, dude.
Who
this is a nightmare.
Are being held in comas because
I think they OD'd them on Hypnosil. Now they're comatose.
Given them too much Hypnosil. And so this Jay and Silent Bob guy is down there, and Freddy appears to him as the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
A really bad CGI one.
And he convinces him and the comatose people all wake up and like sing to him to make him dump out the hypnosil.
Well, and I'm not going to interrupt my lovely friend here, Keiko, but what Matt said is the most important thing here. This looks like absolute dog shit.
Well, yeah, who cares about that, though?
No, I do, because...
when I first saw this movie, I remember, wow, they're spraying the credits on the screen in tempera paint blood. They just stopped caring.
No, because all of the other Freddy and Jason movies are all practical effects.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first one. Like, you can go in New York to the Museum of the Moving Image and see that weird, like, chest thing where the faces are sticking out in the front. Like, because they built a giant thing. This looks like dog It looks like a Doom cutscene from 95.
Was, as we know, this was the era. There's like a 5-year time period where movies were using CGI just to be like, look, it's CGI.
It's cartoon, yes.
We did it. We used CGI.
And this is exactly that.
Yeah, and this is what you got. Like we talked about it before. Chucky, Bride of Chucky, that stupid crawling scene. Like,
I like to think that her tits are real.
Well, those were real.
Well,
I mean, they were plastic, but they were real plastic.
I mean, and again, that's why, like, and again, we are recording this in September because in October I actually just like to drink and watch movies. Who would have thought? But when I watch things I don't have to record, I just like to sink into the couch and watch them.
Yeah.
And that's when I watch my Halloween. That's when I watch those old ones. That's when I'll rewatch, hopefully because it's cold, The Shining. This we needed to talk about because it is just garbage at points. I enjoyed it. I will not say I won't recommend it. And Keiko's looking at me with that look that she gives me when she's about to throw something at me. But there is something joyous about the garbage, but there's a lot of garbage.
Yeah, no, this movie is trash, but it's fun trash.
And again, I own it. I have this like...
I don't.
I had this Friday the 13th box set, and I watched most of the ones... and this is just the last one in the set, which...
This movie convinced you to never buy a movie again.
Well, because, like, I could pick any of the other ones except for the first one. It's all the same. It's just... Like, we're gonna get, like, you guys want to go skinny dipping, and oh my god, there's a knife! Like,
did you guys do Creep Show?
We've done the first Creep Show, the original one, the one with Leslie Nielsen, Barry, Ted Danson in the sand.
I know there's the one where they're out on a raft.
We haven't done the second one yet.
Okay, so that's the one that I remember where they're out on a raft in a lake where it says "Do not swim," and then the hitchhiker.
Yeah,
those two stories like traumatized me.
Yeah, and one day we should almost not do a movie and just talk about the things that traumatized me. I remember an A&E documentary about the Amityville Horror, and it wasn't like a movie. It was just literally...
It was a documentary about the movie.
Well, let's be clear. It was a made-for-TV movie that was depicted it was a documentary. Yeah. But it was just like, oh my god, shit's flying around. The cross turned upside down. There's blood for no reason. And I was like, oh my god, I'm in 7th grade and this is scary. Because it was A&E. Like, you didn't have to, like, rent it. It was just crazy.
Yeah, I think that movie, Creep Show.
Yeah.
And then I think there was, like, a Hellraiser where at some point in the movie there's someone, like, it's like empty human skin with light shining through it. And I actually didn't watch the movie, but I remember I saw that bit of it.
Well, to be fair, this podcast is effectively me confronting creepy things, like scary lenticular covers at Blockbuster. Like, even when I was a kid, I remember seeing, I think it was like a Time magazine, like Jurassic Park, like how they did stuff. And the dinosaur freaked me out. And then I read the book Jurassic Park and was just obsessed. Like, watching the movie was less creepy than what your imagination comes up with.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, seeing a lot of these horror movies later on, you just realize that there's something that your brain fills in. Like the Jason, the Michael Myers, like, that stuff doesn't really scare me anymore. Like, I was a coward as a kid. I'm not going to say I wasn't, but, like, like, watching horror like, the first, like, true full-on horror movie I watched was probably Scream. And there's scary stuff to Scream, but it's also, like, a very... It's the perfect millennial movie. Like, the first thing is, so, you like horror movies? What's your favorite horror movie? Like, it's nostalgia. It's what's scariest about it is not the stabbing. It's the idea that our opinions, the things we remember most, are terrifying. And then I watched more. And this movie, as we're talking, to tie it back to what we're actually doing, is none of that. Like, this movie is a sloppy mess because Freddy Krueger is supposed to be about high fantasy and your dreams. Like, truly, like, and those dreams can be scary. Like, the death of Johnny Depp in that first one is a masterpiece. And even the third one, where they're in that asylum and the girl who is so disturbed she watches TV all the time being sucked into the TV, like, it's very Sisyphean. It's very Dante in the afterlife.
This doesn't have anything like that.
No. And, like, as opposed to the Voorhees thing, which is very puritanical. We're Americans. We're told to feel guilty about our bodies and sex and alcohol and drugs. And so Voorhees kills those people who are lusting and they're sexual. Which, again, if you're a teenager and you don't feel those things, I would talk to a psychiatrist. There's something wrong with you. You're supposed to feel lust and sexual and want to drink. And I'm not saying everyone should be a blackout drunk when they're in high school. I'm not. But if you're not feeling interested, that's the problem. And yet we're indoctrinated with saying no. That's the idea. And that's why it's interesting that Voorhees shows up as this, like, homunculus, this golem who kills people who have sex. Because, again, it's what you want to do in high school. We've all been there.
He's a sovereign citizen. Crystal Lake is his sovereign.
That's right. He's a libertarian with tunnels.
Constitutional territory, and he doesn't want the horny teens disrupting his feng shui, which, by the way, they talk about feng shui a lot in this movie.
Which is something that does not need to happen. I just need someone to be like, I'd like to watch the porno.
Yeah, there was a moment for feng shui back then.
There was.
I remember that. I remember where I was like, you're not supposed to have your bed facing your door, but, like, there's not really another way to do it. Like, I don't know.
Thank God Penn and Teller told me better.
Is it that one about Mary Kondo, or is that something different?
No,
Mary Kondo tells you to get rid of things you don't feel love for.
Yeah, if you hold something and it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it.
There's a show, I was referencing a show by Penn and Teller called Bullshit, where they go through hokum, so to speak, and they do a thing on
they talk about feng shui.
Yeah, they set up an apartment the same way, and then had 6 feng shui experts tell them to fix the room, and they all fixed it differently.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, no, it's a good show if you have not seen it.
Yeah, no.
Don't let the kids around.
Yeah.
Because it's very much like there is no blank. But it's also supposed to be like, because they are trained to make sure that people are not sucked in by psychics and all that stuff. It's very like old Harry Houdini. Anyway, which one of you wants to talk about the ending of this movie? Keiko.
Where are we? We kidnapped the bad guys yet?
Yes.
Have we've kidnapped them?
Mentioned that. So, and yeah, you can go from there.
Well, but we wanted to talk about the scene where, and by we I mean me, where they have him in the truck, and I I guess in a dream, Freddy starts drowning Jason. And so Jason is like coughing up water. And they're like, oh, I guess he's drowning. I guess he needs mouth to mouth. And they make Kelly Rowland give him mouth to mouth because the other guy has asthma. And I looked it up, and you can absolutely give CPR if you have asthma. And I just wanted to mention that was a lie.
Well, the guy is also like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, but
6 truths and a lie.
So they try and make Destiny's Child give mouth to mouth to a 7 foot tall rotting zombie.
Yeah. Do you have asthma?
Technically, yes, but I have not had an attack in a very long time.
Technically? You have an inhaler?
I do, and I was diagnosed 30 years ago, but I have not had an attack in more than 20 years.
Mm. Have you ever given CPR?
What?
Like mouth to mouth?
Have I ever done it or been trained in it?
Done it. Given it.
I have 2 children, so I've done it. What?
You gave mouth to mouth?
No, I've trained in it.
Oh, trained in it.
I'm certified.
Okay, I was just curious if you know.
Have you ever done
it? Sorry, was that weird?
Speaking of having done it, there's a whole scene about who's a virgin in this movie, and they all turn and look at the nerdy guy, and he's like, if you pay for it, it counts.
It does. By the way,
and so they end up trying to
put your penis in someone, it counts.
Ew.
So they end up talking about sacrificing Lori because.
Wait, stop. What?
Well, but like, I feel like you mean like not in a normal context.
If you put a penis in a vagina, it counts.
That's a tongue twister. That is...
So,
in a vagina, yeah.
So that whole that whole sequence we're talking about.
You said in someone, and I automatically imagine like
their ear,
in an armpit. Just I don't know.
South Park. It's a Family Guy
in
joke.
A fold somewhere. Some sort
Thanks to an evangelical minister, people aren't having vaginal sex anymore. So to quote the old expression. Once you go black, you go deaf. It's a Family Guy joke.
So I think there's some joke about
I'm regretting this episode.
So they turn to some joke about offering Lori as a virgin sacrifice, but it turns out it was all a dream.
Yeah,
it was all a dream.
And they get to Crystal Lake.
They get to Crystal Lake.
And they wake Jason up and they manage to put Lori to sleep to bring Freddy back into the real world. And Freddy has turned into an MMA fighter.
And she grabs him. Like he thinks he's caught her and she grabs him and she's like, I got him. But then he disappears and they can't wake her up. Remember that?
Yeah. And then, but she eventually brings him back into the real world. And she's like, welcome to my world, bitch.
Yeah.
And Freddy has turned into an MMA fighter. Like he can fight Jason and not just immediately die.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of like slashing and fighting. And
at one point, Freddy is using like his knives to tear off the backs of scuba tanks, firing them at Jason like torpedoes.
Like, the water is on fire around them.
Just like Cleveland.
It's just you know, a lot of stuff.
Hey man, you catch a lake on fire, one of America's greatest lakes. You get to be
Crystal Lake.
When you catch Crystal Lake on fire.
Yeah, and it's like at one point I think Freddy gets Jason's machete and starts wailing on him with it, but then Jason cuts off Freddy's arm and shoves his claws through him.
Oh no, bitch.
And Freddy gets his arm cut off and he says, my arm. Do you remember that?
In the dream sequence or in the Crystal Lake fight?
In the Crystal Lake
Because in the
fight.
dream sequence, he's hamming it up.
To a little baby. I mean, we haven't talked about how much Jason Voorhees becomes a little baby.
No, Freddy does that.
Freddy does a lot of things. He's not allowed around schools.
And
1, 2, Freddy's looking at you. 3, 4, better lock the door. Like, he's just a pervert, man.
Yeah, to quote the rap battle again, the PTA turned his face into Deadpool's ball sack.
I don't get it.
Burning. They set him on fire.
Deadpool's ball sack is on fire?
So there you are, looking
Scar
at
tissue.
Ryan Reynolds' ball sack as a doctor. Dangly. Furry.
Scar tissue, lots of it.
Why is Deadpool's ball sack?
Don't they, in the movie
Scarred.
Deadpool, don't they do something to that leaves him horribly burned and disfigured?
You haven't seen Deadpool?
No.
I haven't seen Deadpool.
You haven't seen Deadpool 2?
No, I haven't seen either of them.
Deadpool versus Wolverine?
No, I haven't seen Deadpool versus Jason either.
Deadpool
versus
with
Freddy.
6 X's in a
No,
porno.
Deadpool in space.
Deadpool versus Kalani guy. Just like
Colonic?
There's just titties everywhere.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Deadpool versus titties.
So they so they have
Deadpool
Freddy
versus the Board of Education.
So they have so they have Freddy fighting Jason to Like a Prayer, a choral version from Deadpool 2, right?
Deadpool versus Bush versus Gore for the presidency.
Versus RFK.
Deadpool versus Meg.
Yeah, and both of them in this scene take injuries that would kill everybody but Deadpool.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're both like undead. I mean,
the ball to banged.
Well, Jason is a zombie. He walks around for a big chunk of the movie set on fire. It doesn't bother him. But
Yeah.
Freddy should just die at this point.
so eventually, I guess.
So you're saying this is a stupid film, Matt?
I don't remember what their. Freddy gets decapitated.
Freddy gets decapitated.
But then Jason emerges from the lake at the end carrying... Jason emerges from the lake at the end carrying Freddy's head, and Freddy just turns to the camera and winks.
And says, bitch. I just assume.
I don't think he said...
He doesn't say bitch, but he does wink.
He winks.
He doesn't say bitch. Oh, what? Keiko might never do another episode.
No, this is great. I love this.
I love this too. I'm talking about a movie with friends. No one hates you.
And they actually made a sequel to this in comic book form.
Great.
In comic book form. What?
Yeah,
Did you read it?
No, I
didn't read. What?
And I fight Ash and Evil Dead, bitch.
I read those.
And yeah, so franchise lesson: never go back years later to make sure that Jason's dead, or it'll bring him back to life. You know, because that's what happens in, I think, the 6th Friday movie. Yep. And in the comics, Will and Laurie come back to Crystal Lake, and Jason kills them.
Well, here's the thing about all of life.
Whoops.
You don't need to set things any other time. These movies needed to exist between Reagan and early Clinton. The new tech, the weird stuff feels awful, man. Like the new metal, like the second the new metal kicked in, I was like, oh shit, no.
Is that when your own cat abandoned you?
What's up?
You said in the conversation that Beaker was watching with you until new metal came in.
I was down here in the basement and watching this movie, and the cat was on my lap. And the second the new metal kicked up, the cat was like, absolutely not, and left. Like literally, I had my drink, I had my iPad out for notes. I was ready, like just sink in. My wife was putting the kid to bed, and the younger kid was already well asleep, and Beaker was like, the new metal scared off the cat, and I was like, you're right, kid. Like, you're right, Grandpa. Our cat is like 17 years old. He's Grandpa. He's like, I have no time for this shit. We watched Halloween together. The original, like the smooth, no.
Smooth jazz.
Hello, this is Nick. We're here to talk about smooth. No, Beaker had no time for this nonsense.
He's like, get off my lawn.
He'd rather go upstairs and pose for your youngest painting a toy cat.
God help us all. Anyway, I think we've talked about it. Anyone have any final thoughts? Matt, go.
I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah.
it's worth seeing at least once for the stupid factor, because it's, at this point this went full slapstick with lots of blood.
Yeah, I'll go next, Keiko. You can finish this off, but I just want to add exactly to what Matt said. This movie is terrible. Watch it, because it's fun as hell. Like, no, and I mean it honestly, because like modern movies, again, they're too, after 9/11, we want torture and stuff in our movies. You don't need it. Like, this is fun. Like, truly, like even the first Saw is subtle. It's the new stuff, the like terrifying stuff that's not even terrifying. It's just gross.
Yeah, there's
something like this. This is fun.
Yeah, there's a book I read called Millennial Nasties that's like a whole to-do about the torture porn and stuff. This isn't. It's bloody, but it's just dorky and funny, violent.
Well, and I don't want to say, especially with one of our most common contributors, this lovely lady here, but like the boob stuff makes it, to me, an 80s comedy slasher thing, because it means there can be levity. If it was nowadays and there was breasts in a movie, it would be like torture or rapey. You know what I mean? Like, this to me feels like, oh my God, I gotta go take a shower for no reason. Or like, oh my God, my boyfriend is here. Let's like, well, babies, let's do some skinny dipping. And to me, that levity makes it a movie that I can watch around Halloween. Like, the world is awful if you didn't know. And so like watching the realistic shit, I can't do. Like, I don't need to see a Hostel, for God's sake. Like, but putting in a random Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy movie, like, those are fun and silly. And by the way, the horror is not going to stick with you in that way. And I thought this was totally fine. And by the way, if you don't need to see titty bones, you don't need to see them. Watch a Freddy movie. They aren't there because he's not allowed within school distance. Keiko, how are you?
I love this movie. I thought it was funny. It's not scary, which I was a little worried that it would be, but it's not. Watch it with friends.
Sorry, we couldn't watch it together.
No, I really think we should have watched it together. But I even enjoyed it by myself. And there are some movies that we watch alone, and I'm like, this movie is painful to watch alone.
Sure.
But it would be fun together. And there are some movies, like this movie was even fun for me to watch alone. Like,
sure.
you know what I mean? Like,
I watched it with Candace and it was the same thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's surprisingly good, especially if you were a millennial. Like, it's.
And I will just correct you for one thing. It's not a good movie, but it's exactly what you want with a stupid horror. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's not a good movie at all. It's very, very bad, but it is very, very fun to watch.
It's exactly that. Okay, so thanks for listening. I will just say next week is something weird. Because all of us live in the metro Atlanta area. And for us, because of an incident at a gay club called the Atlanta Eagle, Atlanta Pride happens both in July and in October. So we've decided that this year we're going to do something in honor of our good friends in the LGBT community and do the bird cage for next week, because it's Atlanta Pride. And because it's, frankly, one of the best episodes we've done in a while. And it's delightful. I mean, we have not talked about Robin Williams much in the last few years because, of course, of his tragic death. And this is one of the best things he's ever done. So we'll go back to horror. Don't worry. Luckily this year, because of our release schedule, October has 5 weeks this year. And so we will do an extra one. And this one is for Robin Williams and Nathan Lane and all of our friends in the LGBT community. So thanks for doing all you do to listen to us. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for retweeting. And please keep doing those things, because that's what keeps us on the charts globally. And we love what we do. And we do it because of you. So thanks, everyone. Good night.
Myopia Movies is executive produced by Nick Hoffman and produced by Alex Ewalt, Keiko Childs, Matt Quinn, Nick Hoffman, and Nora Trinette. It is edited and engineered by Nora Trinette. The theme song is Surf Shimmy by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license. All rights reserved. Thanks for listening.